The woman with the issue of blood is often taught as a story about faith. And yes, it is. She believed that if she could just touch the edge of Jesus' garment, she would be healed. But if we rush past the details, we miss how dangerous and desperate that moment was. So this woman had been bleeding for 12 years, not 12 days or 12 weeks, 12 years. That meant she lived for over a decade with her body betraying her money disappearing, her hope shrinking, and her name probably being replaced by her condition. Because this is what we call her as well, the woman with the issue of blood. She was no longer just a woman. She was the unclean one, the one people avoided, the one who could not just join a crowd, hug a friend, sit at a table, enter normal worship, or even move through life without everyone else thinking about contamination. Her condition didn't just affect her health, it affected her place, her relationships, her dignity, her ability to belong. And that is the part that we don't often sit long enough with. Because that was not just physical suffering, that was isolation. And under the law then, her bleeding made her ceremonially unclean. Anything she touched became unclean. Anyone she touched also became unclean. So when she pushed through that crowd, she was not just being brave, she was crossing a line. She was moving through a space that people said that she had no right to be in. And when she reached for Jesus and touched the one person everyone thought she needed to stay away from, and according to the rules of the room, her uncleanness should have transferred to him because anyone she touches should become unclean. But that is not what happened. Her shame didn't spread. His holiness did. And that's the whole sermon right there. Jesus didn't become contaminated by her condition. She became healed by his power. The thing that had named her for 12 years lost its grip in one touch. And I absolutely love that. Jesus did not pretend he hadn't noticed. He stopped and he asked, "Who touched me?" Not because he wanted to embarrass her, not because he needed information, not because he was trying to expose her pain for entertainment. He called her forward because secret healing still needs public restoration. So she'd come from behind him, hidden, afraid, ashamed, probably expecting to receive what she needed and just disappear before anyone noticed. But Jesus could not let her leave feeling like a thief. He could not let her walk away healed in her body, but still bowed down in shame. So he brought her into the open. And then he called her daughter. Not problem, not interruption, not unclean, not damaged, but daughter. That one word gave her back what 12 years had stolen, her place, her dignity, and her belonging. And he gave her name back. And maybe that is something some of us need to hear, because there are parts of us that we've learned to hide, and I do that as well. The part that's too messy, that's too ashamed, that still bleeds, and the part that keeps costing us, the part we think would make people step back if they really knew about us. So we come to God quietly, indirectly, half hidden, hoping for help, but terrified of being seen. But Jesus is not afraid of what you're carrying. His holiness is not fragile. His mercy is never contaminated. His power does not shrink when it comes close to your brokenness. You don't have to clean yourself up enough to touch him. You don't have to make your pain more acceptable first. You don't have to approach him like you are an inconvenience. So bring the part of you that still hides. Bring the part that you think disqualifies you. Bring the part that has been bleeding longer than you know how to explain. Because when she touched Jesus, remember, her shame didn't spread. His holiness did. And he still calls you forward, not to shame you, but to restore you.